Hi, this is the second tutorial, the beginning of it, part one. We're trying to get to the point where we're recreating this website. I know we had looked at this website earlier in class. I think closer to September, September. Anyway, so this is the premise of what we're going to be recreating. There's pull downs, different pages, different products, about our story. Our story is just some dropped in text, not real text yet, and then a gallery, which we'll learn how to drop a gallery into Muse as well. Alright, so let's get started. We're not, the only thing I'm going to provide is artwork, an assets folder, okay? But as far as we're concerned, we're going to open Muse, open new site, okay? I would just keep whatever the default is. The columns, I'm going to put in 4 columns. And we're going to start working on our master page. Okay. Okay, so we should have one master page, and we should create some parent pages and child pages. So I'm going to go back to my plan mode, and I am going to create a master page, which I have one. It should be called A Master. Okay, and then parent pages, I'm going to click 1, 2, 3, I believe 6. So the first one should be home, all caps. Remember, all of these should be all caps. Second one should be the coffee, spelled with a K. The next one should be cart, whoops, cart map, spelled with a K. Next one is products. About. Our story. And I think I'm short one parent page. I'm going to stick in there gallery. Okay, off of the products, I'm going to have 2 child pages. So I'm going to click once, and I'm going to click another one to the right. And notice how it creates 2 child pages off of there. One's going to be coffee, spelled the correct way, and the other one will be grinders. So this is what the plan mode should look like right now. Okay. Okay. So I'm also providing a PowerPoint file for you to look at as well, and it's going to show exactly what we just created. Okay. At this point, your pages should be white. I had done this after the fact, so that's why I have some artwork in mind, so don't be alarmed. Okay, so we're going to fill the map image in the background first off. So we're going to go to our master page, double click, and we are going to drop in the background map. So we're going to go under browser fill on top. We're going to click on the words browser fill instead of just the color box, and we're going to click on image, and we're going to navigate to the assets folder, which holds all the artwork. Now I need to see, you should have your assets folder downloaded from my website. There's an assets folder, but I don't believe it's the right one. This is for the KK. Okay, so we were finding the image. So I'm going to navigate to my images folder. And in my folder, I'm going to look for artwork that is called bk-map.gif. Here it is. And I'm going to hit open. So what it does is it automatically throws it in there. If you try to click it, it's not going to let you do anything. So if you go back into your browser fill and you go under the scroll side and you check motion, okay, then it allows you to go back to fill, click the color white. Fill type should be solid. Fill fitting original size. And the position should be clicked in the center of that box, so the little square in the center of the box. So you'll notice your image now recentered itself on your web page, and you're going to uncheck scrolling. Okay, so that's what it should look like at this point. Okay, I'm showing you that as well on the PowerPoint. So now the text fill master. Okay, so basically this is what, oops, we're trying to get a look that looks like, whoops, this is my flash animation, this white box, but we're trying to get something that looks like, gives us artwork here or information here. Maybe we can look better at the map. So it gives us a white box here as well as the artwork in the background. So that's really the end goal here. So we're at where we have the background artwork in. Okay, so fill type solid. So, whoops, I'm going to click fill, type solid, so the word's fill. The color should be white. So I'm going to change the color to white. So you'll notice it put a box in here. The opacity, I'm going to change it to 94%. And the stroke is 0. So make sure under my stroke I have a 0 as well. So you'll notice on my website now I have artwork in the background. I have a white box that's going to hold the information for my site. Okay, so this will all be part of my web page. However, the white area is where I'm going to focus on my content. So again, that's what we're showing here. Okay, in design mode, and that's what we're in. Okay, so under layout, page properties, under page properties, okay, it's a pull down. Under layout, change the minimum height on the layout side, the minimum height to be 640. So this is how at any point in time you can always adjust the height of your website. Okay, so the minimum I'm saying is 640. Okay, so it's automatically going that deep. Okay, so now we're going to set the top of the page. I want to set my guides. So we do have the guides there. So I'm going to set the top of the page to be 210 pixels. So this is my top of page. When I scroll, you can see that it's giving me numbers. So I'm going to scroll it down. My top of the page should be 210. And my header, this is my header, I'm going to make that at 0 so it's really even with my top of the page guide. I'm going to set my footer to 640, so I believe this is my footer. That's going to be at 640. My bottom of page is going to also be at 640, which I believe it is. Yep. And then my bottom of browser is going to be at 320. So let me see. So the bottom of the browser, I am able to make my page deeper. So I'm going to make my view smaller on the page so I can see deeper. Okay, so again, the bottom of the browser, I'm putting it at 320. So I might actually need to see it smaller than 75 so I can really see it. Okay, 320. Okay, so is that what it said? 320. Okay. So you'll notice this is your entire web page. Okay. Okay. So when you preview the page in browser, File, you could always preview the page in browser. This is what it looks like currently, which is the way it should. Notice how when we scroll, the background stays and the white box just scrolls. Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm now going to do File, Place, and place the logo. So File, Place, and I am going to look for, I didn't even notice what it's called logo.ping. Okay, so File, Place, go back to my Images folder, logo ping, open, and I can just click, and it drops the logo in. Again, the secret to no white backgrounds are ping files. If you get rid of the white background in Photoshop, save it as a ping, PNG file, it'll come in with no clear background. So now we have our logo on our page. Okay. Okay, so in the design mode, the widget library, we're going to select a horizontal widget, navigation widget. So we're going to go to File, Widget Library. We're going to go to our menus. We did this last time. We're going to click on a horizontal menu and click and drag it out. And notice that the names of our categories already have dropped in. I'm going to make my navigation bar wider so I can see all the names. It automatically comes in depending on what our plan mode is, right? We saw that last time. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we are going to do something in the plan mode right now. Go back to the plan mode, and we're going to add an additional page to the right of gallery, and I am going to call it Gallery B. That's what I was calling it, right? Gallery B. Now the thing is, this is going to be a page that we're going to test animation on. So I don't really want it to show up in my navigation. So what I can do is I can right click